Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Health, Wealth, and Lamborghinis. My name is Jason, and here we are trying to build a dividend portfolio that will essentially pay for a Lamborghini. Now, I have a long way to go for sure, but I will say this month I have been very busy, and I think that I've taken my portfolio to a little bit more mature level. Now, for the 8 of you guys that actually subscribe to this channel, you guys will know I have a decent amount of positions that are high yield stocks. Things like Altria, Realty Income, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9% dividend yield. And while those are nice, and I'm going to continue to build those positions to generate some legit cash flow, I wanted to put some money into some stocks that are more dividend growth focused. Things that in the long term are going to not only appreciate the share price, but also companies that are increasing their dividend year after year. So this month, I actually started 3 new positions in more dividend growth focused stocks, and the first one being Apple. Now, before we jump into my portfolio and the analytics, I just want to say that I have been an Apple user for many, many years. Everything I edit is on a Mac. I have an iPhone. And it's funny, I actually recently visited the Apple store here in my hometown, and I will say, the store was packed, for one, and for two, the demographics of the customers that were in that store just while I was there was all over the place. I mean, there were high school kids there were elderly people there were whites, African Americans, Hispanics, everything, male, female. Apple is not struggling to reach every single person in America, and I think that they've done a good job, and I will continue to use their products, and because of that, I am going to buy into their stock. So right here, you can see the last 3 months of Apple, and we have been in a little bit of a dip. And you can see here, these little dots here, this is where I bought in, okay? So I first bought in a position at $180 per share, and I bought 20 shares. That's a pretty big purchase for me. And of course, what happened? Right after I did that, the share price went down to 170. So I bought 10 more shares at 170. And I wrote it out. I was just kind of holding here in that 170-ish range. Stock went up. It came back down to 165. I bought 5 more shares. So now total, I have 35 shares of Apple, which is actually quite a lot. It's one of the larger holdings that's not an ETF or my money market account. And recently, Apple announced earnings, which actually drove the stock price up. They did a pretty big stock buyback. They increased their dividend a little bit, which is what we're looking for. And right now, I'm actually in the green on Apple by over 6%. Already I'm seeing a profit of $283. Now, I'm not looking to sell this. I am holding it for the dividend and for the long-term growth. So if we look at the dividend, each year now, I'm going to be getting paid $33.60, which is pretty nice. You can see here over time, they have just continued to increase their dividend year after year after year. We're looking at an 11-year growth streak. And this is a company, whenever it dips, I'm going to try to buy into, and I'm just going to hold it for the long term. I think that Vision Pro, there's a lot of possibilities in the 3rd, 4th, 5th generation of that thing. And, maybe when it's like, just like normal sunglasses size or contact lens size, when the technology is there, that's going to be a real game changer. So now going into my portfolio, the next legitimate purchase I made was in the financial sector, and that was Visa. Now, I'm pretty sure if you open up your wallet, you're going to see a Visa sign somewhere. I think that company is just going up and up and up and up. And I don't think that anything can really disrupt Visa's company except for maybe crypto. But I'm willing to take that risk right now. If you just look at their all-time return, I mean, this thing has just been very, very consistent. So honestly, any type of a dip here, I felt kind of comfortable buying. So in the last month, you can see here, I've been kind of buying all over the place. My average cost per share right now is $275. And I started buying in here at 276. I bought a 277. I bought a little dip at 274. I bought again at 270. And of course, the price is still going lower. It's at 267 right now. I might actually pick up some more shares. However, I've got enough shares, I've got enough capital allotted to Visa that it's kind of where I want it, right at about 20 shares. So I'm actually down on my position right now, which is fine because this is a hold position for me. We are down about $131. That fluctuates like crazy with this stock, but we can look ahead. I'm going to be bringing in $41 a year just from holding this. And I'm pretty confident that in the near term, this stock is just going to increase. If we go ahead and look at their dividends, again, they have just increased. You can see here, just 10 years ago, they were only paying out 42 cents a share, and now they're paying out $1.87. I mean, we're looking at a 15-year dividend streak, and this is just a company I am very happy to hold in my portfolio. Judging its trajectory over the lifetime, there's really no great time to buy Visa. You just buy it, you hold it for a little while, and it will probably go up. So Visa was the number 2 company that I bought a position into recently. So for the third and final stock that I added, a legitimate add to, was another one in the information technology sector. Now you can see here, we kind of have a pretty big allocation to technology. So I am going to work over these next couple months to try to balance a little bit more. I'm just learning. So nothing here is financial advice for sure, but I am going to try to balance between some other sectors. But if we dig into my information technology, you can see I picked up 12 shares of Microsoft. Microsoft is another one of those companies that just over the long term, it's just going up and up and up. And of course, with ChatGPT and their little robot stuff and obviously AI, Microsoft is in a good position. I'm not worried about anything here. So I did make a random purchase at the beginning. I bought one share at $4.23, obviously way higher than I wanted to, but I was just like, just get in. Whatever, buy one share. I bought one share, the price went down a little bit more. I bought a couple more shares, the price went down even lower. It finally dipped below 400 while I was watching it, and I picked up 9 shares. So, you can see my average cost is just over $402 per share on this. The price has gone up and down and up and down. We are a little bit positive here. We're up about $50, about 3% already in my Microsoft position. And looking forward 1 year ahead, this is a $36 a year payment for me. So very excited about that. And if we look at the dividends over time, again, Microsoft, I think this was a stock split here in 2004. Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure it was a split. And then, so 10 years ago, they were paying 32 cents a share. Fast forward to today, they're paying $2.79. For the last 18 years, they have been increasing their dividend, and I am super excited to finally have a position in Microsoft because there have been people telling me all over the place, buy Microsoft. They're firing on all cylinders. This company is in so many things. They're cloud-based stuff, AI, Copilot. I like all that stuff, and I finally have a position in Microsoft. So that's it. Those are the 3 positions I've really started to build in my portfolio. And you can see here, so already we're up almost $3,000 in my portfolio, and we have a passive income return of 4.55%. And that's basically equaling over $10,000 of money annually. Now, yes, most of that's in my money market account, but we are transitioning that into the market. So far this year, we have already received over $2,400 of completely passive income. Now that all that money has been reinvested, of course, into this portfolio in some context, but I am really excited to see this portfolio in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. When this number is like $10,000 a month, that's Lamborghini money, honestly. And so I'm just going to continue to build this portfolio. Overall, I'm very happy with how my portfolio is coming along. I still have a lot of balancing to do, a lot of allocation. I really need to figure out exactly how I want to prioritize certain sectors and things like that. I'm just doing a ton of research, and I'm trying to take things slow. I didn't go in and buy 200 shares of Apple, 200 shares of Microsoft, anything like that. I'm just getting in slowly. I'm seeing how it feels. I'm enjoying watching the dividends come in. Every week or so, I've got another company that's sending me some money passively, and we are up in this account. So I feel pretty good about that. A few years down the line, you never know. We might actually have the dividend income to buy a Lamborghini.